Hello everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic audio tag used in HTML. So now we are going to discuss the syntax of audio format. The syntax of audio element will be audio, tag open and tag closed. In between we have to provide source. src is equals to the file name. Suppose my file name is Rupali, and after that the extension, that is mp3. Again type, like type is audio slash mp3 tag closed. So this is our audio element. For an example, this is our screen. We are playing an audio here. So to add the control buttons, we will add the controls through which our video can be pause, play or forward. So now we will open our Sublime Text. We will save the file. So we will give the file name here, like I am giving audio.html. So now we will enter our tag and the full body is being declared. So after that we are going to discuss about audio tag. So the audio tag is here and we will write here the controls. Next line we will give the source of our file location, that is source src. In the brackets we have to give the source, which we can check our audio file, the name of the audio file. So we will rename and copy this from here and we will paste our source here with the extension .mp3. Now the type, we will check out the type. So now we will type the file extension here. That is audio slash mp3. That is the extension type. So save the file, go to the browser. So now you can see the audio is being playing here. You can see the controls also that we have written in the audio tag, that is controls. We need the controls for our audio. So in this basis we can add any audio to our files or any web pages or any software. So this is our coding of audio tag. So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic table tag in HTML. So now we will discuss about the syntax of table in HTML. So first of all we will write the tag that is table, and we will close the tag here. In between this we will write tr and tr close. In between this we will write th, that is table heading. Suppose I need two headings. So in this heading I need serial number, and we will close the th. In this name and close the th. Suppose in this we have taken two rows and the name, that is first heading is serial number, second heading is name. So after that we will take again tr, close the tr tag. In between this we will take td, that is table data, which will store in this lines. Suppose my first heading was serial number, I need one here and I will close the td tag. Second will be td Rupali and the td tag closed. So here will be serial number 1, here will be Rupali. So this is our table. So if we need our border over here, we will write border is equals to double quotes 1 pixel, tag closed. So the border will be here along our table. So we can increase the size of our border after writing 1 pixel, 2 pixel or any other. The border will be broader like this and this. So first of all we will open our Sublime. And now we will save the file. So example, I have saved my file as table.html. So now I will write the coding. So in between this, I will write the table tag and the table tag closed. Now tr, that is table row. In between that, I will write th, that is table heading. So in table heading, I will give the heading of the table, that is serial number. So suppose I need two headings or more than that. So I will copy paste the tags and I will change the heading name. So now we will change the heading over there. So save the file. Go to your browser, that is Google Chrome. So you can see the heading over here. These headings are displayed there. So I need a border so that the border will classify the size of my data. So suppose I have taken 1 pixel, refresh the file, you can see the border above the table. So now I will take again a tr. In between that I will take td, that is table data. In table data I will store some data so that it could print accordingly. So save the file. You can see the border also and the data displayed also. So I will increase my data, which will be systematically entered in a row according to my heading. Suppose I have taken Rupali here. You refresh the file and you can see the name Rupali written here. So now I will increase my data according to my need. So refresh the file, you can see the data that has been entering in the rows accordingly. So address also been printed, and now the next data. That is email. And this is mobile. And we'll save the file. Go to the browser, refresh your page, and you can see the data has been entered according to the rows and the headings. So in this we can make changes, like if modified my phone number. Save the file, go to the browser, refresh the page, and see the data has been modified here. So now we will take another data according to the TR, that is table row. We will change the serial number here accordingly. So save the file, go to the browser, refresh your page, and you can see the rows that are being defined as a table data. Heading is different, table data is different. So now we can design our table. So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hello everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic elements of listing in HTML. Now we will discuss about the listing elements in HTML. So the listing can be done into three types, that is UL, OL and other. The other is rarely used in HTML. So UL stands for unordered list, OL stands for order list, and the syntax of unordered list is UL tag start and UL tag close, like this. In this we will take listing, that is li, and li tag close, that is listing close in our unordered list. So now we will talk about order list. The syntax of order list is OL start, OL tag close, in between this li tag start and li tag closed. So now we will open our Sublime Text. So now we will type our file that is HTML, the full body structure. And here we will write the tag that is UL, that is unordered list. In this we will take LI, that is listing. And in listing we will write Rupali. And we will increase the listing and we will edit it accordingly. Like the second listing is Suman Tech Solutions. Third is Ludhiana. And in this way you can increase your listing according to your use. So now we will open our file in a browser to see our listing. Suppose we are opening it from Google Chrome. So we can see our listing here. So now we have taken the UL and refresh the page and you can see 1, 2, 3 has been written, that is ordered list. Like in unordered there was no numbering, and in ordered list we can also give types also. Like in type we can write A. So save the file, go to the browser and see the changes. Like our order list is starting from A, B, C, D. So the second type we will take small alphabet, that is small a. And here we will write 1. So save the file and go to the browser, refresh your page and see the changes. Like this is small ABCD and second is 1, 2, 3. So in this type you can define your types. So for an example, next we will take 1 and refresh your page. You can see the Roman numbers here. And we can write also here like star, like start from alphabet this, and save the file, go to your page and you can see the changes that we have made. Like we are saying that our listing should be start from this alphabet. So you can see the changes. The listing has been starting from 3. So next is other, that is our DL listing. So in now we will take some DT, that is data of our table. So in this we will write some format, that is Suman Text Solutions. And we will increase the size of our data like this. As we have written Rupali Sharma here. So refresh the page and you can see the other list, that is DT. So this is defined as this type. So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hello everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic HTML text formatting. So HTML text formatting can be done into many types. For an example, we can take bold, that is written as B and B tag close. Next is I, that stands for italic. Next can be sub, that is subscript. Next SUP, that can be superscript. Like in this is written as bold, like the bold characters. This is italic, and sub is also referred as, like I have written here, class. So sub is here, like the 10 is sub of this class, and the super is like second ND. So this is super. So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hello everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic linking in HTML. Now we will discuss about the link element in HTML. So first of all we will write the syntax of link, that is A, that is anchor tag, href is equals to the reference ID, tag close, and the anchor tag close after this. So this can be done into two types. First is internal, the page that is find on internal, and second is external. It means that the link will take you to the another page. So internal can be done or called as hash top. For an example, we can write as syntax href is equals to hash top. This is the reference ID, so that our HTML link will understand you have to go from this to top. So then tag close. So external can be done into two types, that is A href is equals to, in this place we can say that our page can go to the google.com, or our page can go to our next file. Like my file name is href.index. So like I have made 3 files. So my href file will be linked from here and my cursor will go to there. So now we will open our Sublime Text. After that, create a new file, save the file in Sublime Text with some extension that is .html. So the file is been saved, and after that we will write whole our body, that is HTML tag. So in title we will write HTML linking, that would be our title. And after that we will enter in our body. So in body we will write our tag, that is, suppose we are commenting here, so that it would be clear that what we are doing here. So in this way we can comment that is not shown in our web page. So like I am writing HTML listing so that I could understand that I am following my listing tag above. So the listing tag can be done as this ahref, and in this place we have to give the path of the file, that is, suppose we are giving google.com, that is our external file. So now save the file, go to the browser, check your web page. So we will open the link from here. As we want Google to be href, that is, we want linking for the Google element. As we have copied this, and we will paste the reference here. So now save the file, go to the browser and check that what has been done. Like we will open this in our Google Chrome. So you can see this link here. So when we will click here, it will automatically go to the Google page like this. So this is external linking. So after that we have put in break so that whatsoever we will write, we will go in the next line. So now again the h reference, like we are going to add another link, that is Suman Tech Solutions, that is written in heading tag, and in between this we will open the Suman Tech Solution link on Google, and we will copy that link, that is URL of Suman Tech Solutions. So we will copy this URL from here and we will paste the link here so that this web page could run over in our file. This is also external file listing. So now refresh the page. As we have clicked on Suman Tech Solutions, the next page is arrived. So we can also provide target, that is written in double quotes, that is blink. So we will paste the target here also, save the file, go to the browser and check what is being done there. So now our web page will be open. Refresh the page and you can see the Sumantech solution. As we click here, the pages are being opened. And after that, the anchor tag again, and then edge reference, double quotes, tag closed and anchor tag closed. So in between this, I have written, that is open my file in your system. Suppose I have to open this file, so I will copy the file name and will add here, that is video.html with the extension also. So after this, save your page, go to the browser, refresh your page. So now we will break that and save the file. Go to the browser, refresh your page, and you can see the third linking, that is given below. That is gone to the video file, that is given the link here. So again we can take anchor tag and we will call the reference ID, that is name is equals to top. That is a reference ID given that the page should go to the top. And in this we can write go to the top. This is a reference ID that the HTML will understand that I am saying that go from this page, like I have written top, and I have written the anchor again, that is go to top. and we will go to the browser and see like this. There is written go to the top and written break, so that it could be in next line. So you can see go to the top is been here. So if we will click here, it would automatically go on the top of the page according to the reference. So as we have opened our Suman Tech Solutions, like this is a website. Like we will copy our content from here and we will paste here, because the going to top is not being explained properly. So we will give a heading and will paste that file with maximum times, so that the scrolling should be there in our web browser page. So like this, save the file, go to the browser again. We will close the file from here, refresh here. So you can see these tags over here. So now also this is not sufficient, so we will copy paste it another maximum times, so that our page could be done scrolling. So save the file and you can see that the page has been scrolled. And now if we will go on the last, so like this again, top, that is go to the footer. So go to the bottom and go to the top. The both of the buttons are being applied, and after that we will save the file. And now also we will give our h reference in between this. So we will call the id, that is name, with hash footer 11. So save the file, go to the browser, refresh your page, and you can see the changes. That is a bottom button, So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hello everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic style tag with HTML and CSS. So now we will discuss about the style linking in HTML and CSS. So we are talking about style tag that can be classified into another three types. That is inline, internal and external. These are the three types of style tag. So the syntax of the three tags are different. So like inline can be written as, suppose first of all the tag name, that is P, after that style, after that double quote start, then property dot colon. Now we will write the value, semicolon, double quotes closed and the tag closed and the P tag closed. So this is the syntax of inline CSS or HTML. So now we are talking about internal. So internal can be written as, so now we will talk about the internal style tag. Suppose we are writing here, that is tag, after that class or id, that we will pass the value is equals to double quotes. In this we will pass something so that it could be included here. Suppose I am writing here Rupali, that is my value. So semicolon, then tag close, then this tag here closed. Suppose we come to internal. So in this we will start style tag, close the style tag. Now if we are calling the class, it will be done as dot the value, that is Rupali. Or another thing, that is if we are taking our id, so it will be done as hash Rupali. So we have to done only one thing, either call class or either call that id. So now we will pass the value, that is we need color colon red. So in this way we can see the syntax of internal style in HTML and CSS. So now we are talking about external. So in external, this whole process will be included. But the thing is that we have to maintain a new file with the extension, that is .css. Suppose I am taking my file name, that is file.css, which we will drag a new file. So in this file we will take same, that is if we are taking the class, then we will take Rupali with dot. If we are taking id, then we will take hash Rupali. So these are the two ways. After this, curly braces starts and close. In this we will print the value, that is color dot colon red and then semicolon and semicolon here also. So these are the syntax of inline, external and internal style tag in HTML and CSS. So now we will open the Sublime Text and after that create a new file. And we will save the file. So now this, we have saved our file here. With the extension .html. So now we are taking the title, that is HTML CSS file linking. Suppose we are taking a tag that is P, that is paragraph tag. Suppose we are commenting here that we are taking an HTML CSS linking so that we could remember what we are doing in our file. So these are the short keywords which can be written as a comment. So now we have written all our format that what we are doing in the above file. So these are the things which we are going to do in our file. Suppose in P tag I have written the message that is Rupali Sharma. So we will come in the P tag and give the style for inline CSS or HTML. So now I have given the style that is I need a color that should be in red. So we will save the file, go to the web page and save the file there and see what is the outcome of our file. Suppose we are taking Google Chrome to open our file in browser. So the message we are printing here that is suppose happy birthday. So in next tab we are taking another paragraph tag in which we will pass the value that is div suppose we are talking about internal CSS. So here we will write the class and the value that has been passed that is Rupali, and we have to write some text that would be written here. Suppose Miss Rupali Sharma. Suppose these are the message we are giving in class. So now we will write here that is style type text or CSS, which is the format of internal CSS or HTML linking. So we'll copy our thing here. Suppose we are taking class, so we'll include dot Rupali. Suppose if we are talking about our ID, that would be passed in hash. Suppose we are talking about class that is dot Rupali, so we have printed some message that is green. So after that you refresh the page and you can see the second text is like Rupali Sharma in green. So now Suppose we have taken the tag that is h1 tag. Save the file, go to the browser, refresh your page, and you can see the h1 tag has been printed like happy birthday. And after that we will copy this, or suppose we can write again that is p tag, that is paragraph tag, and in the paragraph tag we are passing the value that is software developer. So the value is being passed. Suppose we are giving the class that is suppose we have given the link in another file that is for external CSS. So we will save the file here with the extension style.css, which is the value of external CSS linking of style. Suppose we are passing the class that is dot developer. In this we will pass the value that we are taking. Suppose color I need that is blue. So save the file. So the reference would be given of the another file that is the file we are made for CSS. Suppose we will rename and copy this file from here, and we will paste the file here. That is saved with the extension .css. And now the file is been saved. And now we will open this file. Refresh the page. So you can see the software developer written above. So this is the class. Suppose we are taking here ID that is called by hash. So the ID will be called by hash and curly braces start, in which we will pass the value that is color colon yellow and semicolon, and save the file, and we will see the changes in the browser. Refresh your page and you can see the changes. Suppose we have to give our extension also, which is DEV, the ID name. So we will write the ID name is here, that will be DEV. Save the file, refresh here. Suppose we are giving a red color. So we also have to pass our id here. That is, suppose we have passed the id of class also, so accordingly we will pass the id of dev, that is dev1. Value is color red. Save the file and we will check the browser. And now the software developer is in red color, that is called by id, that is dev1. Suppose we are changing here like yellow, that is dev1. So after saving, suppose we have printed some other message, that is Suman Tech Solutions. Save the file, go to the browser, and we will check the outcome, that is printed in yellow color. That is our id, that is yellow. So now we are taking it color silver. We are changing the id, that is dev1. So you can see this class. So this is the external CSS value. Suppose we are taking another p tag, that is paragraph tag, in which we will include the message, that is Ludhiana, Samastipur. So this is our message we are going to print, in which we are taking an id. In id we will pass some value, that will be Sam. So now here we will include the id and its value. Suppose we have taken the id, that is #Sam, and the curly braces. In this we will write the value, that is color colon pink. So we will save the file and refresh this page. Suppose here we have to include our so you can see this message being printed here. So the id is being passed here. So you can see the outcome of this id, that is so we have explained internal, that is with p tag or any other tag, and the style tag, and then the message, which is this type, and external and internal. Suppose in internal we have to give the class and the style tag, in which we can pass the text or CSS. So in inline tag so the inline style tag is been declared under this. So for the further classification, we will write the comments so that we could understand the three levels of style tag linking in HTML or CSS, that is inline, internal and external. So we can give the style tag linking into three types which are being explained. Suppose we have commented here all the tags which we have been explained, that is internal, external and inline CSS or HTML in style tag. Suppose in further we have started external style tag. That starts from here and will be ending here. So in this type we have learned how to make a style tag linking in HTML or CSS. So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Sumantex Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic how to create div in HTML. So now we are going to discuss about the div tag in HTML. So the first question is that what is div? So div is a layout of a page. Suppose this is a div created here like a box. So in previous stages we have to create a table, but that was very awkward to create and very lengthy process. So to make it advanced we have made a div. Suppose we have to fix the height, that is this, and the width. Suppose the syntax of the div will be like the div tag start. So in this we will pass some class or ID. Suppose we are taking class is equals to the value we are printing here. Suppose I am taking value Rupali, double quotes and close, and then div tag close. So the div is being made, and after that, to fix the height and width we will join this, like we have taken the class Rupali. After that we have to call, that is Rupali. After this curly braces, in this we can give the height and width of this. Suppose we are giving first of all height, that is 500 pixels or any other according to your use. Okay. So after this we are going to fix the width. Suppose I am giving the width, that is 50 pixel or any other according to your use.
So we can not only make this big div, but we can also divide this div into many parts, such as we can divide it as this would be the header. After this, the last part will be the footer. This can be the sidebar. So in this way, you can arrange your div in many of the styles. Suppose I have to take 3 divs here also. So the divs can be divided into many parts.
So now we will open our Sublime Text, and now we will create a new file. Suppose we are creating the file name with the extension that is div.html. So we have been saved the file. Now we will enter the body of HTML. So in between this, suppose we are giving the title that is HTML div, and after that we will discuss here about the div tag. So we will add the div tag here, enter. So you can see the div tile has been created here. So in between this we have to pass some class. Suppose the class name we are taking main div. So the main div is the value of class. In between this we will take the style tag. So in between this we will add our class. So our class is being called here. So we will write the name that is main div, that would be written as dot main div, which is mentioned as a class called here. So we will copy the text from here, the value, and we will paste the value here, that is main div, so that there would be no error. So the curly braces start. In between this we will pass some value according to our use, what we have to mention in the div. Suppose I am writing hello and I want to take the color as color red. Save the file, and we have to go to the browser. First of all, open the file. So we will open our file with Google Chrome. So we can see our output, that would be hello written in red color in a div. So you can see the hello has been printed in red color. So this has been explained, and after that I will pass some other values. Suppose the color is been done, and after this I am taking another div in which I am taking header. So between this div I will take a class and will pass the value that is header 1. So in between the curly braces so now we will rewrite the value. We will call the class that is header. In between this we will specify some height according to our use. Suppose I am giving 700 pixels semicolon. After that I am giving the width, that is 100 pixel or percentage according to our use. So after this I am giving some height here also in the dot header div. Suppose I am giving some height, and after that width. So After this, I need a background color also. So the background color will be red. So we will see the page, refresh it. So you can see the div has been created and the color of the full background is red. So now I am taking the second div background color, that is yellow, semicolon, save the file and go to the browser, refresh the page. As you can see, the yellow color is being overlapped by the red div. So now we will take blue here and we will write here 1 because there was header dot 1. So save the file, go to the browser and check the div. So we can see the header div being created in the above line. So after that, I am creating a new div that is being classified as center. So here I will write the value that is center, and now I will call the value. Suppose my value of the class name is center. I am giving the color that is yellow. And now after saving the file, we can go to our output. As we have given here center 1, so the value would also be the same. Save the file again, go to the browser and you can see the 3 divs being created, the header, center and the main div that is in red color. So I am taking another div that would be footer. So header, center and footer. So I will rewrite the footer CSS again and classify, call the class as name footer. That is footer 1, and we will change the color so that we could see that our div is being created. Suppose I am giving the color green, so we will go to the browser. So you can see the green color here, that is footer. So in this manner we can create our div in any style or layout. So in this way you can rearrange your format so that it could be understandable. So in this way we can create our div layout in any style according to your use. Suppose I am entering another div here with some class passing the value that is left 1, and I will write here left sidebar, and after that I will call my class here with dot, and after that I will pass my value of the class that is left 1, and in between that I will change my value that is silver, and will rearrange the width So go to the browser, refresh your page, and you can see the sidebar has been created in a silver color. So you can see there the div has been created as a sidebar. Suppose I am creating another div. So I am creating right 1, that is right sidebar, and now I will call my value of class again. So the class has been called, that is right 1. So in between this I will give some changes. Save the file. Suppose I am changing the background color. I am taking it as a green. So now we will save the file, refresh it, and we can see the green part is overlapped and created under. So to recover the overlap, I will write here float left, so that it would release some space for the next div. So you can see the silver div is that the sidebar, and the right bar is been here, and after then the background that is yellow, that is another div which we have been created previously. Suppose I have to float this in right or left. So we will save the file, and we need to refresh our page, and we can see this. Suppose I will change the color, that would be pink. Refresh the page, and you can see the pink color being given under. So in this way we can create our div in any style.
So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you.